Most teams hit the same AI tasks again and again. Review this pull request, summarize this incident, analyze these logs, generate a release checklist. The work repeats long before the team has a clean way to reuse it. When every person writes that instruction from scratch, quality drifts. One prompt is too vague, another is too long. A third forgets the output format. The team gets different results from what should be the same workflow. That is the problem MCP prompts solve. They let the workflow live with the server so the team can reuse it, understand it, and improve it over time instead of rebuilding it every day. In MCP, prompts are reusable templates that servers expose for common tasks. They help the host and the user start from a known workflow instead of an empty text box. That template might be review, pull, request, summarize with incident, analyze, Kubernetes logs, generate release notes, or create post-mortem. The point is not clever phrasing. The point is repeatable engineering work. A solid prompt is more than a sentence. It needs a clear name, a description, the right arguments, and an expected output shape. That structure is what makes it reusable across people and sessions. The prompt flow starts with selection. A user or host chooses the workflow it wants, like a pull request review or incident summary. That gives the model a predefined task frame before any long custom text is written. Next, the workflow receives its arguments. Maybe that is a PR number. Maybe it is a service name and incident window. Instead of rewriting the whole instruction, the user just fills in the parts that change. Now the model receives a structured task. That is why the output becomes more consistent. The same review prompt asks for the same kind of reasoning, the same checklist, and the same format every time. The beginner mistake is to hard-code prompts all over the application. One prompt string lives in the front end. Another sits in a hidden helper file. Another gets copied into a notebook. Nobody knows which version is real. Senior engineers treat prompts more like product features. They give them names, descriptions, required arguments, example outputs, and evaluation cases. And when the prompt changes, they know what changed and why. That discipline matters because reusable prompts are easier to review, easier to improve, and easier to share across hosts and teams. Reuse is not just convenience. It is governance and consistency. So keep the model simple. Tools do actions. Resources provide context. Prompts guide workflows. Prompts are the repeatable operating layer that keeps common AI tasks from turning into ad hoc chaos. If your team repeats a task often, ask whether it deserves a prompt. That one question can remove wasted writing, reduce drift, and make the workflow easier to teach to new people. And now that tools, resources, and prompts each make sense on their own, the next step is comparison. We need to see exactly when to use each one so the system stays simple and intentional.